The rain had begun at dusk, thin at first, like the desert was merely testing the idea of water before fully committing to it. By nightfall, the dunes of Sulamar 9 shimmered under a rare and violent downpour. My research tent, set up on the ridge above the canyon, strained against the wind as if it wanted to uproot itself and flee. I was halfway through calibrating the atmospheric sensors when the flap burst open with a whip crack of canvas. A silhouette staggered in. Sand, water, and stuttering moonlight flooded the entrance before I managed to pull the flap closed again. She stood dripping on the polymer floor, hair plastered to her face, eyes reflecting the tent's flickering lantern. Her clothing was not standard colonial gear. No reflective linings, no environmental seals. Instead, she wore a woven fabric I didn't recognize, dark and embroidered with geometric lines that shimmered like circuitry. "Hi," she gulped for air. "I'm sorry. I had no other place to go." Her voice was soft but urgent, the kind that carried meaning even before it carried words. "It's fine," I said, grabbing a thermal blanket. "Here." She hesitated before accepting it. The blanket draped around her narrow shoulders, and she gripped it like she feared it would disappear. "You're not with the colonial outpost," I said. "Your clothes, your accent." "No," she whispered. "I'm not." Rain hammered overhead. A flash of lightning illuminated the tent for a heartbeat, and in that moment I noticed something else. The faintest glow pulsing under her skin, concentrated around her temples and throat. Not bright enough to alarm an untrained eye, but distinct enough for someone like me, a xenobiologist who had spent the last 7 months cataloging Sulamar IX's biosphere. "You should sit," I said cautiously. She nodded and lowered herself onto a supply crate, still shivering. Her eyes kept darting to the shadows as if expecting someone, or something, to appear. Cleared my throat. "My name's Arden. I'm part of the independent research initiative assigned to this sector." "And you are?" She squeezed her eyes shut, as though forcing herself to say something she had been taught never to say. "My name is Lyra," she whispered. "And you're in danger because of me." The middle Lyra's world. Despite the storm growing fiercer outside, the air inside the tent seemed to still. "Danger?" echoed. "From what?" Lyra took a shaking breath. "From the people who believe my existence should never be known." She opened the thermal blanket slightly, enough for me to see her forearms. The skin was translucent, not entirely, but enough that intricate lines of bioluminescent patterns shimmered beneath it like living circuitry. They pulsed rhythmically, faint but mesmerizing. "You're not human," I breathed. "Not fully, at least." Her eyes met mine, and there was no shame in them, only a tired sort of resignation. "We call ourselves the Zyran," she said. "My people came to Sulamar 9 long before humans detected it. We adapted to the planet, our bodies altered by its minerals and the electromagnetic fields beneath the crust. We learned to shape energy the way you shape metal or code." I struggled to find my voice. "Why hide? The colony could learn so much from you. We could share knowledge, technology." Lyra shook her head fiercely. "The colonial governor already knows. And she wants what we can do. But not to share. To exploit." She leaned forward. "My people can interface with the planet's energy lattice, what you call the crystal network. It's alive, Arden. Not conscious like you and I, but responsive. Stores memory, regulates climate, even heals the soil. We are its interpreters, its stewards. And the governor wants control of the network. She wants to weaponize it. To make the planet obey her. To turn us into conduits so she can channel power she can't begin to understand." Lyra's voice wavered. "Some of my people refused. They disappeared. Lightning split the sky. the thunder rolling over us like a physical weight. You came to me for help, I realized. You're a scientist, she said. Your research notes say you came here to preserve ecosystems, not strip them. I hoped you would listen. I rubbed my hands over my face. I'm one person. The colony has soldiers, surveillance drones. A distant boom interrupted me, muffled by the storm yet unmistakably artificial. Lyra stiffened. They're coming. The confrontation. Truth beneath the desert. The tent shook as the sound drew closer. I killed the lantern, plunging us into near darkness lit only by faint flashes from outside. Do they know where you went? I whispered. They track energy fluctuations, Lyra replied. My abilities leave a signature. But the storm is interfering. They won't pinpoint us yet. Another boom. This time louder. I grabbed my datapad and pulled up the holographic map of the region. If they find us, they'll take you. And if what you said is true, they'll force the crystal network to obey. Lyra closed her eyes. There's a way to stop them. But I cannot do it alone. She pressed her glowing palm to the tent floor. A faint hum rose from the sand beneath us, vibrating through my boots. The patterns beneath her skin brightened. The network can be sealed, she said. Hidden from anyone who tries to connect without the Zyron's consent. But it requires a link, someone who carries no energy signature of their own. Someone human. Me. She nodded. Before I could answer, a harsh voice crackled from outside. Dr. Arden Keyes. Step out with your hands visible. The governor's patrol. Lyra's eyes widened with fear. Arden, we don't have time. The tent was collapsing under the weight of the gale as I made my choice. Tell me what to do, I said. Lyra exhaled, relief and terror blending into one expression. She placed both hands over mine, her skin warm despite the cold. Close your eyes. I did. What followed was not pain. It was sensation. Rushing wind, electric warmth, the whisper of something vast and ancient brushing against my consciousness. I felt the planet beneath me, its crystalline veins humming, its storms shifting like the slow breath of a sleeping titan. Lyra's voice echoed in my mind. Guide it inward. Hide it from those who seek only power. I concentrated. The hum rose to a crescendo. Outside, the patrol shouted, weapons powering up. The storm screamed with them. Silence. Real deep silence. When I opened my eyes, the storm had vanished. The rain was gone. The night sky was clear. The patrol lights were dark, their hovercraft dead on the sand as if their energy cores had simply ceased functioning. Lyra knelt before me, breathing hard but smiling. You did it, she whispered.